everyone, welcome to another League of Legends Momentum session. Today, I'm really excited because we're talking about going ranked. And if you guys have been following over the past couple weeks, I have been introduced to a new champ from Warren called Jayce, and been playing him and had mixed success at the start and now getting better and better. And I've been itching to go to play ranked to see how good I am. And today, we're going to talk about it. So, Warren, what's the plan?
So the plan here now is because you are getting ready for ranked, you are getting ready to play in ranked, but what a lot of people do is they go into ranked headstrong, right? They just go into it, they think they're good enough, and they're going to win. Ranked is a different environment. Ranked is an environment where you have to do whatever you can to win, and it's not only what you do in-game, but it's what you're doing out of game to improve. Winning game by game doesn't matter in ranked. It's not each individual game. You want to think of ranked as statistics. You want to win more than you lose, basically. And you want to minimize your mistakes so you can win more. So it's not necessarily all about doing everything right, but it's about spotting what mistakes you're making, right? Eliminating those from your play and play ranked like that. And that way you're playing consistently. And don't have a lot of openings. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So what we're going to do here, right, is we're going to take a replay that we have here. And we are going to John Madden the replay.
Replay of one of my recent games as Jayce.
There we go. Show my folder. Oh, I like how Windows 8 works. Really, I don't.
I'm still getting killed in my early game, man. I gotta work on that early CS and poke.
Ooh. So, if your early game's not your strongest, right, what you want to do is you want to eliminate you want to start playing the wave. Okay. Don't force trades early game if you're not strong at them early game. Okay. When you're playing these normals, I'm forcing you to take these trades and to look for them because that's how you're supposed to play. But you're getting ready for ranked now, and you're getting beat at that consistently. So you want to pull back from that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm not getting killed. I don't die early game usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you're still losing pressure, right, mid and things like that, yeah. And it's weakening your mid game, right? So run as admin. Anyway. Okay, so Google.
You gonna share screen?
I am. If it'll let me, there we go. Oh. What's this error? Oops. Can you see my screen now?
Nope. I just see your lemons. Your limes.
Lemons, limes?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I just see black.
It is loading, apparently. Ooh. Right, because League of Legends has to patch.
Aha. Okay, so let me ask you something else while we're waiting for your thing to happen regarding rank.
Mm-hmm.
I've been learning how to play Jayce mid.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously in ranked, the draft pick may not let me get mid or Jayce.
Uh-huh.
So what's my backup plan?
So your backup plan pretty much is to go Jayce top if you don't get mid.
Okay. Okay.
right? So because instead of taking your ignite, you'll take your teleport. You could take your ignite if you're feeling more comfortable with that. But what you want to do is you want to take um, the character wherever you possibly can. So, like, if you're a Riven main out there, okay? And now a lot of people will laugh at me for saying this, but if you're a Riven main, if Riven's a character you've practiced inside and out, you know exactly what you need to do for everything for Riven. You can play Riven top, mid, jungle, and even support, right? It's not about meta, right? It's about what you know and what you can play the best, okay? And if you're playing Riven support and you're only winning 40% of those games, right? What you have to understand is even though you're only winning 40% of your Riven support games, right? You're not going to be playing Riven support very often, right? So that's where like you'll start losing more. But if you're winning 80%, 90% of your Riven tops, jungles, and mids, right, you're having a huge win rate with Riven. Make sense?
Yep. So
So
am I playing Jayce support, Jayce jungle, if that's all that's open?
Jayce jungle and Jayce top, right, are viable options. Jayce AD carry is also a viable option, but that's the character. You have to know how to play AD carry, right? So we're gonna talk about when to dodge, okay? If you don't get like at this point at the stage of where you're at, if you don't get mid or top, right, you really should dodge, um, because you don't have a deep understanding of any of the other roles for yourself. And if you're not able to play them, you should bite the bullet and dodge. Now, Riot has a good system. It's not perfect, but it's a good system for dodging. It's basically like if you dodge, you lose like a little bit of LP, a little bit of a MMR, right, and you'll be good to go. But uh, if you like do it over and over and over and over again, you'll start to suffer.
Or should I go back to Teemo jungle if that's my only option?
Yep. If you like going back to what's comfortable is perfectly fine. A lot of people think like unconventional picks aren't beneficial, but it's all about comfort. Uh, and without unconventional picks, we wouldn't be seeing the things we see like Nidalee jungle right now. So AP Nidalee jungle, it's a very interesting pick, but due to the changes of the jungle and the just smite item, it's pretty strong. Okay, so is League patching for you?
It took me a long time to patch, but I'm in now.
Okay. Because it is not patching for me.
It takes a long time. It's got to get to like 600. See how your files say 200 something?
Yeah,
When it gets to 600 something, it'll be done.
that's interesting. Okay, so for you, right, the stipulations for ranked will be you have to be playing top or mid. Okay? You have to be able to play Jayce or your Teemo, your comfort pick. Okay, so jungle is, I guess, viable as well. Now, will you be duo queuing?
Will I what?
Will
Oh,
you be duo queuing?
sometimes with Jason. I don't know. I don't know. Depends if he wants, if he's ready. He's been doing Lee Sin, but he also may go back and do a Kali or depends.
Yeah, it's really like when you're duo queuing, it's not about how good they are, it's about the strategy you guys put together, right? So if you go like jungle mid, jungle top, right, you both can make a strategy to fight the jungler at 12 minutes, right? And basically like start annoying the jungler from there or like earlier or something like that, and just make sure that the jungler is out of the game, and then statistically, like that should win you 60% of games, right? So then, if that's winning you 60% of games, you're winning more, and then you apply another strategy that makes you win even more. You can start ranking up, right?
So yeah, I mean, I don't know how that impacts your thinking, but I'm sure some of the games will be dual queue and some of them will be solo queue.
Okay, so Um, you have to just figure out a strategy with Jayce you want to abuse. I suggest jungle invades, but camping lanes are also good. Um, and I think he knows like the rough ward times. I'm at 690 files scanned. 700.
Oh, it's going high.
Apparently, I have more files than you.
You gotta patch before the call, man.
I didn't realize that patches that there was a patch today. Usually they announce like these patches. Okay, we are aware that some players are unable to patch fully. If you're experiencing this issue, please restart the client to complete the patching process. So apparently they released a patch that not everyone can patch.
So what about Jayce Support with Spell Thieves?
Okay, there's no point in getting spell thieves. There's like you don't have any AP scaling. It's generally just a waste of 365 gold for you. Oh, well we're patching though.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, so you don't want to like playing Jayce Support is fine, but like in order for you to play Jayce Support, you need to know how to play Jayce AD carry. Right? You need to have a good early game. In order for you to play bot lane Jayce, you have to have a good early game. Okay?
What's
So,
starting item? The coin?
sorry?
The coin? What's starting item? Support Jayce.
Just longsword, 3 potions.
Oh, no gold item?
No. If you really need a gold item, you can start the relic shield and you can just last it, but you don't need a gold item when you're playing an unconventional support. You just play like damagey and go for like all the safe trades.
Wow. Okay.
All right, let's see. Cross your fingers, op.gg, don't let me down. Okay, so are you able to launch a replay? Or did the patch mess that up?
I don't know.
Do you know how?
No.
Okay, so go to your page here.
Okay.
Okay, and then you want to click where it says replay in the top right hand corner. Do you see that?
Let me move it over. Okay. See my screen?
I see you, not your screen.
Oops. Now?
I still see you.
You see me? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me undo my mic. Hold on. Put it into the computer.
Uh-huh.
All right. All right. Now.
Okay. Oh,
Good?
there's
Speakers, hold on. There we go. No. This is the video of technical difficulties.
yeah. Make sure everything.
Technical difficulties and prepare for rank.
Okay, so what kind of music are you into?
Salsa.
You're into salsa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're gonna be playing your games to salsa music.
Oh, okay.
Basically, your environment is very important when you're playing ranked. You don't want it to be a stressed environment,
Okay.
so you want to play it with like your playlist like that really really pumps you up. Now, what works for me is I listen to the same 10 songs, right? And like even like outside of ranked, right? When I hear these songs, right? I'm like in ranked mode. Like I'm ready to like compete at something. It kind of like mentally triggers me, right, to like get into that mood. And so what I want to see you doing is I want to see you at least playing to music, right, and at least having the music calm you down. Now, what a lot of people do is they blast music,
Okay.
and if you blast music, it starts becoming more like you're enjoying the music more than you're playing the game, right? So you don't want to have that necessarily in there, but you want to have it like just in the background, right? Just you listening to music and playing the game strategically. Now, we are not able to get this replay running apparently because what happens is when you try to download replays and then a patch happens, they made the replay for the previous patch, so it's not able to open. I'm just trying to see if this game is okay. There we go. I managed to get a game open.
Okay. You want to share screen?
Hopefully this works.
Share your screen and let's see what's up.
This is your
Victory or loss?
loss.
Loss. Okay. Oh, that was against Fizz.
Uh-huh.
That was a negative KDA too. It's a rare game, man. Probably good to look at. He killed me. We had a rough trade early, and I thought I had him, but he killed me. Anyway, we'll see.
Okay, so it still isn't loading though.
The patch. The
Mhm.
patch is letting us down.
Let me see if hmm.
Look me up on LolKing.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Like sometimes locking has replays of players. I just want to see if they have a. They say they used to only like do people who are diamond and higher. Yeah, they only have diamond and higher still. That's what I was hoping that wasn't the case
Not there yet, man. Not there yet.
yet.
Soon. Soon.
Okay. Apparently, Malphite's the only person who loads in this game, and then it just.
Only loads to 1%. Okay, well, I mean, if we can't
Okay.
replay, then what other
Okay,
tips,
so
advice, what should we go over to prepare for rank? What's my checklist?
okay, so your checklist here is you have to get Jayce or Teemo, okay, and more often than not Jayce, right? And then the roles you're looking for are top and mid, okay. Now the things that work, like saying that you're gonna play top or mid, right, has an effect where if people think that they're gonna play mid,
Yeah.
they'll prioritize you, right? So what you want to do is you want to just go into game and just say playing mid. And if somebody plays mid and just say, okay, I'd like to play top. Okay, right? Be okay with it, and just say, okay, I'm gonna play top. You know?
Yes.
Just make sure that like you're getting what you want, and then if they like if they pick those roles, you can either like try to like pick like Urgot AD carry or something to try to force somebody to dodge,
Urban
or
carry makes people dodge.
yep. A lot of people think that Urgot AD carry is like really, really, really bad and out of the meta, but it's also possible to AD carry you with it, so they'll think you're serious, right? And then they'll dodge.
Okay. I've never played Urgot, so that's a risky strategy if they don't dodge.
No, you dodge like at the end. Like
Okay.
you wait until it gets to the last second, then you dodge. You know?
I mean, I could play team. I play Teemo in every position. That's how I could back up and do Teemo as the AD carry.
Well, you could also pick Teemo for AD carry, and somebody will dodge. It's like 99% of the time somebody will dodge if you do that,
All right.
or you'll get a 4-man report at the end of the game.
Great.
I'm like just so everyone knows, I've been 4-man reported so often because I pick things like brand support. Even when I win the game, like I win the game most of the time, brand support is actually how I got to diamond. Um, they still consider it a troll pick, and then they released that article about how brand support is amazing, which is really interesting. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're going to be playing Jayce and you're going to be playing it. Now, we're going to get to the early game. Early game, right, you just want to achieve your creep score benchmark. Okay, so even though you're losing, right, even though you can't maintain your early game, okay, what you want to be doing, right, is getting your early game benchmark. And what is your early game benchmark? It is 90 CS at 10 minutes. That is the goal now, okay?
90 CS at 10 minutes.
Okay. So, how have you been doing with this lately?
I have no idea.
Okay, let's see.
Even when I'm losing lane, so losing lane is, again, I'm not dying, so it's not like I'm going 0-3 in lane for the most part.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm being out-pressured, and I can't push.
Okay.
Even when that's happening at my level, I'm still typically even or ahead on CS. Only the last game I played against that Zed, who was really good, I lost in CS to him. But every other game, even though they're out pushing me, I'm still maintaining good CS. But I don't have pressure.
Okay, so
It helps me item up, and then I can still have a decent mid game, late game.
okay, and how about your dragon control?
It's not fantastic. Mostly because when I'm being pushed on, I tend to stay at tower. So I'm not able to push out early enough to then move.
Okay, so what we're gonna talk about here, right, is how to push. Okay, because it seems that you don't understand how to deal with pressure in lane, right? So
I think it's mostly dodging their skill shots. Like that Zed kept hitting me with his shadow or whatever that range poke thing is that he has, which always knocked me down, so I had to stay under tower. So it's getting used to the champions I'm up against and then being able to dodge their skill shots.
mm-hmm. Okay, so I'll explain to you what skill shots mean, okay? Did you select? I sent you an invite.
Oh. Okay. Let me share my screen then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So in ranked, you have to get into the mindset of like the three aspects to two skills. Okay, you have to understand the three aspects. So the three aspects are when you use a skill, right? you do damage, right? Or you do like it does something. Either has utility or like it basically does something positive. Now the negative, right, is that it goes on cooldown, takes resources, right? So there's a negative side to it, right? And what you need to do is acknowledge your opening. Because if somebody does something to you, you now have an opening where they can't do anything.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
So, since you're struggling with Zed, I will play Zed, and I will explain each of his skills, right? And basically, I want you to be doing this for every character you face. Okay. So we're gonna be going to lane. We're gonna be hitting level 3, and I'll explain it to you.
Yeah, it was really that whatever poke thing he has, because he's a melee champion too, right? Like I should be able to handle him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really hit his ultimate. It didn't kill me. He didn't kill me with his ultimate.
Zed's not like a easy character to deal with, right? But basically, like, because like he can ramp up regardless of how much pressure you have, because he has the tools to thin out the wave before it gets to his tower. So even if you're pushing it on him, he can still deal with it. Okay. So I'll teach you like how to diagnose your matchup, right, and how to play to it accordingly. So we're gonna go through it with Zed, but you should be able to take these skills and apply it in every matchup. You're getting to the point where you should be taking what I'm teaching you and using them as transferable skills.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, Bug Splat. This patch is so good.
Okay.
You loaded in fine, right?
Oh yeah. What happened in this new patch? I didn't even hear anything about it.
Yeah, I have no idea what this patch is about.
Okay. But it's a big one.
Apparently. Or maybe just... Yeah, I'm getting like a bug splat. Loading slowly, which usually doesn't happen. I log in, like Summoner's Rift is completely different. Okay, there we go. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm at tower almost.
Okay, so I'll just get that for fun. Okay, so you remember League Wikia?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're adding this to your routine where you're gonna find out what your mid lane matchup is, and then you're gonna go to the Wikia and look at their skills and learn them. What you're gonna look for, right, is their cooldowns, right? You're gonna look for their mana costs, right? And you're gonna look for the damage they do. Okay? And like that's an order of importance. So basically you want to know the cooldown so you know what your window is, you want to know the mana costs, and you want to sort of get a rough estimate of how many they could use per level. Like if you're Ari and you use five charms or 5 orbs level 1, right? You should just walk up to them because they don't have the mana to fight you back, you know?
You can also see what their mana bar is though, right? Looking underneath.
Mm-hmm. But counting that can really help you. So let's just hit level 3. Okay, so you start the longsword 3 every game, right?
Yeah, usually.
Okay.
No?
No, it's fine. It's fine too. I'm just wondering. With the new changes to Doran's Shield, it's actually like a pretty decent item in certain scenarios. So use your Q on the back, yeah. Okay, so come to the office. Okay, so my Q, right, without shadow, right, is just a shuriken. Okay?
Auto attack.
That's okay. So it's a skill shot, right? And it goes pretty far,
Yeah.
right? It's not bad, but things about it is like it does reduce damage when it passes through a minion, right? So if it passes through that, it'll do less damage,
Okay.
right? So it's good to stand behind minions against Zed to minimize the damage that you take. It
Yep.
goes through them still, so it can still do damage, right? So, but it reduces it, okay? Now, my E is I spin, right, and I do AoE damage around me.
Okay.
Like, the radius is about 125, roughly, right? So that's like the range around me that it hits, and that's exactly what happens. Now, when I put my W out here, my W, right, can do anything except auto attack. It can spin, it can use my Q, right? It can't ulti either, but you get the point.
So the W can use the Q.
Yep. So I put the W out, right, and it can Q, it can spin, right? It can do anything, right? Any of my basic skills.
Right. Okay.
Make sense? Now,
Yep.
right? Another thing that it can do, okay, is I can reactivate it to switch spots with it.
Right.
Okay? But the cooldown of it is 16 seconds. Okay? So, while, like, if I were to do this to you, right? Right, I hit you with 2 shurikens there, right? Because it doubles up the damage. You now have 16 seconds, right, to respond to me with things.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So, even though, like, I go like this, right, and I hit you with stuff, right, you actually now have pressure for the next 16 seconds of the lane, because now you do an empowered EQ,
Yeah.
right, and you hit me with that, and then you do a...
Oh, or miss you with that.
Okay. So, you do your empowered EQ, and then, you just move up to the ranged, to the melee creeps, right, and you'll be, getting it, because in order for me to get into you, right, what I have to do, right, is put my shadow on top of you, right, and then shadow towards you. That's the only way I can get in. I can't walk up to you.
Yeah.
Okay? So, what you have to do is know the shadow's range and stand just outside of it.
Okay.
Okay? Just outside of the shadow's range. But if they put the shadow down for the next 16 seconds, completely disrespect Zed's range. Right? Don't walk on top of the shadow. Never walk on top of the shadow. Okay?
Okay.
Because walk on top of the shadow and I'll show you what happens.
He jumps to it. Oh yeah, and attacks. Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Like, it becomes a me that you can't damage.
Right.
Okay? So, you want to avoid the shadow, right? You want to be aware of where the shadow is, right? But you want to disrespect me. So, you can walk to the side here, right? And, like, if I try to dash, this is what your response should be, okay? We're going to work on your reaction time here. Okay? So, I place my shadow up into your face,
Okay.
right? And then I shadow to it. You want to go into hammer form and do your burst combo. Walk away. Okay, because now I have no response. Make sense?
Okay.
So we're gonna work on your shadow time, or your timing. Don't stand in a bush. I'll be hidden here. right? But I'm just gonna lay it out here, and as soon as I do it, we're gonna see how fast you can hammer time me. Okay?
Okay, hold on. Hold on. So you want me to go hammer and attack?
And just do your burst combo as fast as possible. Okay. You skipped your auto attack.
Yeah, okay. The biggest thing that I had in lane was dodging his Q. Like even at level 1, he kept hitting me with his Q.
Now the simple advice I could give you is don't get hit by his Q.
Yeah, I know.
All right. That's just like when you're getting hit by a skill shot, especially one like as simple as this.
Yeah.
Right? There's no complex features about it. It's not like slow but wide. It's just very like it's a basic skill shot. You're not respecting it. Right? What you're doing, and you're probably doing the same thing that like you always do, right? Is this you stand up here, right, and you just like totally disrespect the opponent, and you're just like last hitting. What you have to do is like know that if you're gonna stand up here and try to like auto these creeps, just stay in auto these creeps, they're gonna punish you for it. You have to stay backpedal, right, and plan each creep.
Yeah.
Right? Each creep should be planned for, and there's some creeps where you're gonna take damage for, but you need to calculate that before you take it.
Yeah.
Because you're not playing with early game trades, right, as a priority, you need to start focusing on your early game CS, right,
Yeah.
and managing how you're gonna CS them. You don't want to just totally disrespect your opponent, right, and go for that. Okay. Now, get some mana back in your hammer form, and we're gonna practice your reaction time. And also, like, if he hits you with the skill shot, you should be able to hit him with the skill shot. That's how your positioning should be, right? So if you're standing in creeps, right, to try to minimize the damage, you're blocking your own damage because they can stand in creeps.
Right.
Right? So if you stand wide like this, he can't push the lane by hitting you by Qs, but if he does hit you with the Q, right, you can pay attention to his movement, and if he's about to like get in position to Q you, you just Q him back. Right? And you trade damage. Okay, so you have many different answers and responses you can use. You just gotta be aware of it. Now, if you're CSing, okay, and your eyes are always on the CS and not on the opponent, that's why they're hitting you. Your eyes, like, CS aren't a constant once they meet up in lane. Okay, they're pretty, like, they're standard. They stand still, they stand in the same spot,
Yeah.
right? They auto-attack the creeps until their target's down, right? And then they reposition and they do it again, right? They all have basic attack speeds. So when they hit lane, right, you should already have a feel of what they're going to do, right?
Yeah.
Because it's all standard.
Yeah.
The only thing that's always changing is how your opponent is reacting. So you want to be paying attention to how your opponent is playing the most. That and minimap. Okay? So come here. We're going to work on your reaction time here. So place it out here, right? And then go in. A little slow on the E. Not bad. Now what we're gonna do here is something totally advanced.
Great.
Right? But we're gonna see if you can apply it and see how fast you can apply it. Basically, what I want to see you do is that before you change forms into hammer,
Yeah.
I want you to fire a Q.
Okay.
Right? But I want you to fire a Q and switch forms so fast that's the same timing of you just doing your explosion combo, okay?
Oh my god. Okay. Let's try it.
Okay, so we're just going to try it now, and then we'll break it down for you after. There we go.
I got a W one too.
Good, good. Right? So the damage, like that was good. You missed your auto attack in there, but the damage output was good.
I'm gonna be honest. I was just smashing keys, Warren. It was just smashing keys.
Good. At least you smashed the keys in the right order. Minus that auto attack.
Yeah, I didn't get the auto attack in because I was smashing keys.
So we're gonna break it down here, okay? Just so you can get the mechanic down. And basically, like, this is what separates character mains from people who can just play the game well. Alright, is they're able to add these, like, little niches, these little frame advantages. Now, what I mean by frame advantage is this game is 60 frames per second in terms of how it animates. Like, you could have, like, 500 frames, like, per second, like, acting in your game kind of thing, but the only thing that matters is that the characters, like, movements and stuff like that, is all in a 60 frame cycle. So what you want to do is you want to or maybe back in the office here, right, is like when I like W into you and you fire your Q and switch forms, it doesn't cost you any frames. Right? So you know how like you have to like layer your skills, like you have to like use your Q, switch forms, you know, stuff like that. But sometimes you can do it fast, sometimes you do it slow. Right? The reason you do it slow is because you're wasting frames.
Okay.
That Q, right, is has no cost in terms of frames because you can fire Q and switch forms on the same frame.
Okay.
Okay, so this little niche increases your damage output by a little bit. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place my shadow. I'm gonna shadow in, right, and all you're gonna do is Q switch forms, really quickly. Okay. All right. You place your E down.
Yeah, I know.
Right. You don't want to be bashing keys here, right? We're just gonna be.
I know that was on purpose.
Don't place your E down.
Okay.
Okay. For now. Okay. So you see how fast that was?
Yep.
Right now, what you're gonna do here, right, is when I shadow in, right, you're just gonna switch to hammer form. Don't fire your Q, and launch your explosive combo, but do it slowly. Like, do it to your stance change, to your Q, to your auto, to your E. Okay.
All right. I'm doing a stance change to Q auto E.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, B to B. Okay. Q auto.
Okay. Now we're gonna speed that up, and I'm gonna go in, right, and as soon as I go in, you're gonna go Q auto E like as fast as possible.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so your E was late.
Okay. Okay.
So go into your hammer form, okay?
Oh, hold on. Cool down. Yep.
Okay. Can you hear your in-game sound?
No.
No, not at all?
The way this mic's set up, we get all that crazy static.
Okay, so basically, you know how like you can like cancel your auto attacks,
Okay.
right?
Moving.
Now, by like hitting S, like you can always like cancel, right?
Okay.
Um, basically there is a sound for every auto attack right now that tells you can no longer cancel your auto.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want you to do, right, is get used to the animation because you don't have any sound set up, right? But just get used to the like walk up to me and just auto E me.
Auto E. Okay.
Yeah. So that was slow. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So I want you to wait till you get your E back, and I want you to do it faster. Just auto E, really fast.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so one thing that you're learning, and this is something about all video games that people need to learn,
Yeah.
is things don't happen as soon as you hit them.
Right.
Okay? So you can't hit auto attack and expect that auto attack that happened the moment your finger drops down, right? If you look at the like you have an attack speed, and that's how fast your animation will come out, right? You have about like 10 frames of where you're winding up for your auto attack. So you have to be able to wait until you see that, right? And then hit E. Now, your auto attacks animation doesn't match your E's animation, so they can happen different times from how you hit your keys. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got to get the timing better on that.
Exactly. So, auto E. Try it.
Oh. Or no E. Good. Okay. Let's try again.
Still too slow.
Yeah.
It has to be like bam bam. Like just.
Yeah, the first one, I changed my E.
Mhm.
Okay, let's try again. 3, 2, 1. Oh, no auto. Okay. Too fast.
Remember that your E has more range than your auto attack, right? So if you're just trying to hit auto attack then E, but you're too far away from me, the E will be the one that goes through.
Oh.
Still too slow.
Man. Hurting.
You've done it fast before, so I know you can do it.
Consistency.
Hmm. That was faster. That was better. Still be faster.
Long cooldown on that E, man. Okay. Oop, no auto. Too fast. Oh, no E.
Still slow, okay? But now, right now, your timing is bam, bam. Okay, that's your timing.
Okay.
Which is like 1, 2, right? I want you to bring that up to 1, 2,
Ba-bam.
1, 2. Okay?
Ba-bam.
Ba bam.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a dance move I could relate this to, and like a timing. It's sort of like
This is why you need a
it's
webcam.
duplet.
We need a webcam to see Warren dancing.
All right.
Yes.
Oh no, I don't want to dance. It's a duplet. I don't know if you have that term in dancing, but that's in music.
What?
Duplet, D-U-P-L-E-T.
No idea.
Basically, like where you take a beat and you break it into two.
Oh.
And so like it's one beat, but it's two actions.
Okay.
So you want to use that with your auto E. Like pretend it's one beat, but break it into two actions. Come, step into the office. You're leveling too much. You'll just kill me faster. We're focusing on you getting your mechanics down here, 'cause we gotta get you ready for ranked.
Yeah.
You have to know how to get people off of you. If you get like you want to play ranked, right? But you don't know this basic mechanic with Jayce, and this is part of the reason why you're losing. Because if I was to play against you in lane,
Yeah.
I were just to do this, right? You would have no idea what to do. You would just try to run away.
Yeah.
Right? And like even if you just like switch to hammer form and eat me away,
Yeah.
right? I would still do more damage to you. So like every time my cooldowns are up, I could just go like this,
Yeah.
right? And you'd lose. You need to have defensive options.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is like extremely important.
Yeah.
So practice your auto ease. Look
Hey!
at that. There we go. Really good job.
That was good. Yeah? Hold on.
Mhm.
There we go.
I want to see you do it 3 times in a row. There we go.
That's pretty good.
Bam, bam. That was really good. That was like that looked like it was the fastest possible. Like you did it in the shortest amount of frames.
Cool down, man. 2, 1. Okay. No,
Oh,
that was slow.
slow. Okay, so you know how fast you hit your QR, right?
You are. Okay. Yeah.
Right. That's roughly how fast you should be hitting your auto E, right? So when I say QR, I mean your QR is like when your range form,
Yeah.
you hit Q, you fire it, and then you hit R, right? And you see how fast that happens,
Yeah.
right? That's because like it saves frames. Now, there's something called buffering. If you use a skill on a frame it can't animate, it will animate on the next available frame. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically for people who don't understand what that means, again, going back to the 60 frame concept, right? There's 60 frames per second. If your auto attack takes 10 frames and you cast your E on the 8th frame, you can't animate your E yet. But what casting it on the eighth frame does is it puts the input for the 11th frame. So the next available frame, it'll come out. Those are really good. Okay, so now what I want you to do is take Scuttle Crab over here because I'm dying, right? And just practice, uh, well, not your auto E's now, because like you seem like you're getting it, right? And I'm not gonna do this whole lesson on that, but we're gonna like just focus this lesson on enhancing your defensive game. But what I want you to do is to practice on the Scuttle Crab. I want you to practice your Q, stance change, right? Burst combo.
Q like okay, I got it. Q in ranged and then burst combo.
Yeah. Okay, so
Oh, I killed him.
ooh, just with one combo?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Needs to be powerful.
Jayce is a really strong champ. Alright, let's go. So, miss your Q, hopefully, but it doesn't really matter for you. But just do the entire combo on me, okay?
Miss the Q and do the. Oh, you're gonna jump to the shadow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so your burst combo was good, right? You can hit the Q if it makes it easier for you, but okay, here, go back to base and sell all your items. Like, we're trying to elongate like um how many practices you can do, right? So buying damage doesn't really help that. Armor. Increase. Okay. Because I see like when we're playing, you have like your offensive mechanics,
Yeah.
but you're like whenever you're on the back foot, you just run away. Like that's all you do. And if you just run away, it's just more room for your opponent to walk up and fight you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So come. So I'm gonna shadow onto you, and you're just gonna do your punish combo, okay?
Got a Banshees to give me some.
hmm
Oh no, it only gives me health regen.
That wasn't bad. Like you did get your auto out, but the combo wasn't bad.
Which auto? You want me to get the?
It's Q. Your auto after Q.
Like the ranged auto?
No. So
Oh,
you Q me and you switch forms immediately. Okay. So I'm gonna shadow in. You're gonna Q and switch forms. Okay.
okay.
So that's your stage. Then you wanna use your Q and then an auto. Now you E me. That's what you're doing. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. You want me to start in range? Okay, hold on. 5, 4, 3.
I have to wait for my cooldown. Yeah. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. So you know where you were slow there, but you were also slow on your Q. Like your Q needs to go out as soon as I show up.
My Q. Oh. Oh, okay. I see. My range Q.
Yeah. You have to be fast. Like it just has to be something you're prepared for. And like because you're trying to stand in this bush over here like a sneaky snake, right? You should have the advantage, but if I did that, I would have had the advantage. Okay? So that was like your combo was good, but it was late. Okay? So go regen some mana or you can use a potion or you can go in a hammer form and you can just go regen some mana.
I sold my tier. I should have kept it.
Yeah, you have the man immune, but
Said to sell everything. So I bought a Banshee Fail.
you could also buy a mana potion. It's like mana potions are good. Buy Grail, buy mana potion. All right, let's go back. Okay. So
Oh, E. That was late.
okay, so this is a combo you have to practice. So take Jason, right? Go in a custom, right, and practice this combo with him. Okay, if he has Zed, good. You could also be practicing it with Scuttle Crab. Okay, this is basically the combo you use to deny people's aggression.
Okay.
Okay, the only step up for this is for you to lay your acceleration gate down. Now, the reason I say don't lay your acceleration gate down is because that is the exact same situation the Zed puts himself in when he puts a shadow in.
Right.
Because if I put my shadow in, I've taken away my escape.
Right.
Right? If you put your acceleration gate down, you've taken away your escape.
Right.
Okay, so let's say like he shadows in, right? And then your response is to immediately lay your acceleration gate down, but they like their jungler comes in with him shadowing in, right? Right, that was good. Reaction timing there was good. But their jungler comes in as I come in. Now your acceleration gate is down and it's in front of you, so you have to backpedal to get your speed boost.
Yeah.
Okay, so you only do that when like you see the junglers like either off the map or you know like they had to back to base because they were low in the jungle or whatever, right? But you can empower it by that. But that's with game knowledge, not with habits. Okay, but if he wants to get aggressive, that's how you do it.
Good game.
Well, good game. You destroyed me.
The minions. Great.
So yeah, you want to make sure that like you have this defensive option down. This is a drill that you could do on Scuttle Crab. You can do it with a friend, right? But you want to practice them doing it. Now, like you want to practice with Zed Wing in. You want to practice with Xin Zhao dashing in, right? You want to make sure that you're practicing your defensive options. Now, this should help you in lane. Now for dodging skill shots, it's pretty simple. Stay out of range of the skill shot, and if you have to go in range, acknowledge that you have to move.
Yeah.
So and it's easier to aim straight than it is to aim on an angle. If you're on an angle, you have more angles to abuse to step to dodge the skill shot. Okay, so if they're firing a skill shot, right, they're only covering a certain amount of angles. You have to look at your like hand-eye coordination and be able to know where to move to dodge it. So remember what I said, like your eye should always be on your opponent, right? You should recognize that if they have like a poke or if they have something like that, you should be in a position to dodge the skill shot. So in order for you to play ranked, at this point, you have to increase your defensive game. Okay, you have to do the dragon control thing that I was telling you about. Right, try to establish strong dragon control.
Yeah.
Come up with a strategy, right, with Jason for duo queuing, because I know you're going to be doing that. And look at your CS benchmark. Hit 100, like if you can hit 100 CS by 10 minutes, right, you can hit platinum easily. Just by doing something as simple as that. You basically like hit 100 there, everyone else is at 60 CS, and you'll be out damaging everyone. You should have no fear.
Okay.
Okay. I want to see that for the next session. I want you to come with a screenshot of you having 100 CS at 10 minutes or 90 CS at 10 minutes even, right? And getting first dragon. If you could do that in one game, we'll enable your ranked mode.
Great. If I do, if I start recording games now, we should be able to do a replay.
Should be. Sometimes it takes a couple of days for op.gg to recode their site for the patch.
Okay.
So we have to check that, but like it may not even be the site. It could just be because Riot's having problems with patching right now.
Okay.
You know, so we never know. We never know with Riot. It's always like a good thing here, a bad thing there.
Got it. So next session is what?
Next session will be reviewing yourself. So
okay.
Going over your own stats, your personal stats, minimizing bad play, right, and understanding the concept of win more. We'll go over that next time. Basically, what win more is when you're going into ranked, right? You don't want to build a Mejai's. Like, this is the best way I can explain it. You don't want to build a Mejai's if you're gonna win lane without, or you're gonna win the game without a Mejai's, right? You're taking a risk, right, in order to snowball the game harder. Where if you don't take that risk, you'll still end up winning the game.
Okay.
So you don't pick options that are just gonna win you the game harder. You just pick options that will win you the game at just the right amount. Right? If you can like win games in 40 minutes, but 80% of the time, right? Why would you choose the option to win 20-minute games but only do that 60% of the time, right?
Okay.
So you want to just, it's going to be like simple decision making. Okay? Practice your defensive options.
We'll try.
Practice, practice, practice.
I will try. Hopefully we can get that screen recording for the next one.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm gonna email you some backup options as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Warren. Thanks everybody watching. We'll see you soon.